Howdy everybody, Chris here. Welcome back to Garage Noise. Today we're going to be painting with the new Sagola paint guns. This is the base coat gun. This is a 1.2 tip. You got a base coat gun and a clear coat gun. So today we're going to be painting these two panels here. I know you guys have seen this element sitting in my garage for a long time. It's finally getting done. So we're going to paint this, paint the jamb. So we're going to paint this quarter panel here and then blend into this door. Now, we've already painted this once, but the color was a little bit off. So I just wanted to get color on it, get out good coverage. Now we'll just put one or maybe two coats of base on it, and then we'll be able to go ahead and clear it. For the gun settings on this Sagola gun, I've got the fluid volume turned to 3 turns out from close. So we closed it all the way, we turned it 3 turns out. We've got the fan pattern wide open. I think I'm gonna start the air pressure at around 22 PSI, and we'll see if I need to bump it up from there. We've already washed these with isopropyl alcohol. We tacked them off with a tack rag. So Segola sent me these guns for review. It is a totally new gun from the 4600 Extreme, which was a great gun, but they have the metal-to-metal technology on this gun, so there's no gaskets in this gun that are gonna fail down the road. These are very nice guns. Segola makes a really good product, and I'm excited to try these guns out. I've got the base coat mixed up in here. This is Nason base coat, mixes 2 to 1. 2 parts paint, 1 part reducer. It is a little warmer today, so we're using a slow reducer. I'm just gonna run a little air over it while I tack it off. Let's start with this one. I'm going to turn the air pressure down just a little bit, about 20.
So when I get a new gun, I like to experiment with the settings so I can dial it in and find that perfect setting for me. So everybody's going to be a little bit different. Depending on your environment and the temperature you're spraying it, that's going to affect your gun settings as well. But for base, I set this up at about 20 PSI and 3 turns out from closed on the fluid volume, maybe 2.5 to 3 turns out. And that'll be a good guide for this gun.
So when I blend this door, I'm going to go right on the edge here first. And I'll do 1 or 2 passes on this edge, and then we'll blend it out into this door. I'll blend it a little bit on the first coat, then we'll blend it out in the second coat. All right, we'll let that flash off. But look how nice that Sagola laid down that paint. Nice and smooth. Yeah, that looks good too. So let's put another coat on this. Let's look at this real quick. It's a little dark over here. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. All right, one more coat of base and then we'll go move on to clear. A little bit of dust in here now. I'm gonna do one more coat on this. So this is the DVR clear gun.
So the Segola gun I'm using here is equipped with a 1.2 tip and needle set. It also has the DVR clear cap. I'm not sure if they have other caps. I think they may have another cap for this clear gun. But this is the DVR clear cap, and it really produced a nice finish. A nice thin coat of clear is what you're looking for out of your gun. And when I mean thin, I mean that gun is going to atomize that clear coat really well. And this Segola does a phenomenal job of that. So we're going to put 2 coats of clear over this. I am using the Finish One FC710. That's a spot panel clear coat. It's a 4-to-1 mixing clear coat. So 4 parts clear coat, 1 part activator. I was kind of experimenting with my gun settings for clear coat when I was painting this vehicle because I was new to this particular paint gun. Now, gun settings are going to be different for every person, just depending on how you like to spray, your distance, your speed, the temperature. So all those things are going to determine how you're going to set up your gun. And sometimes it takes a little bit for you to get used to knowing how to set that gun up for the temperature you're spraying in. And also clear you're using. Clears spray differently. So some of those clears need a little bit different gun settings. For this gun, with this clear, I ran it at about 25 PSI, right around there. And I liked a little bit more clear coat. So I opened up my fluid volume to 3 to 3.5 turns out from closed. That gave me a little bit more clear to work with, and it seemed to flow out nice. Now I'm going to continue to try and dial this gun in so I can get that perfect clear coat finish that I'm looking for. But I'm looking forward to using this gun a lot more, so there'll be some more videos using this gun for sure.
All right, it's ready.
It was a little bit warmer today, so it only took about 5 minutes of flash time before this was ready for its second coat. Now, you don't want to put a second coat on too quickly, and you don't want to wait too long. Both of those things can cause issues. It is pretty flexible. You can wait too long, and you can put it on too quick. So this was about 5 minutes because it was a little bit warmer. Now, the way I like to tell if it's ready is I touch the paper and the clear coat, and if it's stringy, it's not ready yet. If it's just tacky, then it's ready for your second coat. So it's important as we get into summer and we're painting in hotter temperatures, you want to make sure you keep that clear coat wet and you're following that wet edge so you don't get dry spray. Because dry spray is going to be roughness in your clear coat where it's just dry, and it really makes the finish look poor. So what you want to do is when you make your pass, you want to make sure you follow that pass, overlap, probably 70-75%, and make sure you keep that edge of clear wet as you go through the panel. And that's going to help eliminate a lot of dry spray. And when you're spraying a panel like this, it's also important to make sure you get those edges covered well, because you can get some dry spray there as well. It's very easy to do. Having a consistent distance from the panel and spraying at a consistent speed is also going to help eliminate any dry spray. Remember, your air pressure and your fluid volume work together to atomize that clear coat, get the perfect atomization. But if you don't have the correct speed and distance, you can get dry spray as well.
So there is some dust in it, but overall it's a pretty nice finish. So the finish, if you look in the reflection there, it's pretty good. It's got some dust. This one I got a little peely because I think I had too low air pressure when I started. I started at 20 and then I tried a little bit lower than 20, and that was a mistake because it really needs about 26 to 28 PSI. but it still looks fine. It's gonna be wet sand and buffed anyway. It's got some dust in it, so not a big deal. But yeah.
I'm really happy with how this paint job turned out and how these two Sagola paint guns sprayed, the base coat gun and the clear coat gun. Fantastic guns, and I want to thank Segola for providing these guns so I can review them and bring this information to you. So some great guns. If you're looking for a high-end paint gun, Segola is one of the best for sure. Now, if you're just starting out painting, you don't need a high-end gun to produce a beautiful looking paint job. Check out some of my budget-friendly guns on this channel.
Listen up, I hope you found this information helpful. I appreciate each and every one of you watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Let me know down in the comments below what project you're working on at home, and we'll see you next time on Garage Noise.